Alright y'all, welcome back to the channel, and today more Ever Crisis. So I'm pretty much gonna go over what weapons you should be pulling for with Sephiroth. Put it on your wish list, if you get lucky, that is, but yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Subscribe, like it up, comment below, it does help me out a lot. So yeah, we'll be going over Sephiroth. So yeah, so if you don't know already, Sephiroth is a magic base DPS. So you can build on physical, but he doesn't really shine on physical at this moment, I would say. More of his weapons are just complete magic base, and yeah, it's just crazy. And it's just one weapon in particular that pretty much just makes him a beast on just being I guess a mage, I guess you can say, because he's magic based. But yeah, we'll go over the weapons, right? So yeah. So number one that you should be putting on your list is this weapon called Anoby. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this weapon is crazy. The stats are not big, but the C ability is big. But yeah, magic attack is increased, potency is mid, which means that he gets 2 stacks on his magic buff. So if this was low, he'll only get 1 stack. So if you don't know already, when you buff yourself, or if you debuff somebody, you'll get either 1 stack, 2 stacks, or 3 stacks. So that's pretty much what the potency is. If it's low, you'll get 1 stack. Potency mid, it'd be 2 stacks, and the high would be like 3 stacks, right? So yeah, keep that in mind. So, but I've been messing around with this weapon because I did get it on the tickets, and it does give him a huge buff. So so yeah, so this one, it's only to himself. Duration is 36 seconds, and it's extended for 12 seconds. So, and then you will get the 12 seconds because the potency is high, right? If it was mid, you'll get it half the time, but there's a possibility you don't get it. If it's low, then it's a low chance you'll get that extended buff, right? So yeah, man, so you pretty much have this buff for a while, right? Pretty much almost a second. Well, not a second, almost a minute. I said a second. So yeah, this weapon is pretty insane. There's no weapon in the game that really buffs you this long, and I don't think this much either. So definitely put this on your wish list, definitely. And that's not all. He casts regen on himself, only on himself though. Duration is 9 seconds, extended, I don't know what this is right here, but yeah, let's just say 9 seconds. Magic heal is cast, potency is 11% of healing potential. So if you stack a lot of healing, I wouldn't advise that, but he does heal himself a little, pretty good. It's not broken in any way. I would still put a cure on him, especially his materia slot. He has the heal boost right here, so you'll be putting your cure right there. So you got the ability that heals a little bit. If you get in a pinch and you get that buff, then after that, you get you cure yourself, then you're pretty much good. So his sustainability on surviving is actually pretty decent, right? And then here you got the ability damage 10%, another ability damage 10%. So these, they're okay. They're not like the greatest, but I mean it's still pretty damn good, right? So yeah, this weapon is just absolutely crazy to me. And our ability is boost HP, which as when climbing up the hardest, harder content, I guess you can say, you will need a lot of HP, right? And you got the boost ability potential, which attack stance, gauge, physical ability, plus well, this is 9%, so this will be 8%. So if you don't know what this is pretty much your attack gauges to attack the defense, and if it's max, you'll get a buff of 8%, magic 8%. So you got to make sure the bar is always full, right? Because when you do switch to defense, you will after like I want to say about 5 seconds it'll start to go down. So make sure you keep it full. So That's what this boost ability potential is. So yeah, so not bad. You know, our abilities is not bad, but really it's the C abilities. So yeah, so let's move on. So the second on the list for me, you know, you're probably gonna get anyways, is the Edgewings. Why I put this second is pretty much because, you know, the material slots are actually pretty damn good. Ability 10%, the magic ability damage 20%, right? And then you got the sigil boost, which, you know, you get a +2 on the, you know, interruption when they're about to hit you with a big ultimate attack, right? So you can interrupt them faster. So this one, really good. Stats are really good. Magic 229, right? 440 magic ice damage, perfect for the Ifrit fight, right? You know, and then, you know, if you put it on the tier 2, here it goes up to 660%. You know, then if you do max it out, it's 800%. So this is actually pretty damn good. And then, you know, the points, you know, absolutely goes up, you know, when you get more dupes, right? And then I will say, once you get Anoby, let's go back to Anoby real quick. If you get like 1, I would just call it, you know. I will call it because, like, here I didn't show you the tier 2. The only thing it really increases is the duration and the potency too, though. So, you know, if you wanted to, it is really dope to get more dupes of this if you get it at least to the tier 2, so you can get the potency high. But I feel like, you know, it's not required unless, you know, you're just trying to do a lot more damage, right? But, you know, I feel like if you get at least one of these, you're pretty much good, right? You know, that's just my opinion. So yeah, so like I said, it's first weapon you want to put on the list, and then the Edgewings. Then this weapon right here, I wanted to put it on, you know, the second best weapon for him, but I couldn't do that just because I was kind of debating on like the material slots on here. So this one I'll put in third. But I mean, you're gonna get the limited weapon anyways, right? The banner weapon, I guess you can say, because I mean, you know, the weapons ain't really like limited, you know, up until a certain point. But you got the magic ability damage 20%, magic ability damage 20%, and this one is pretty situational, but you got the water ability damage 30%, which is really good if you put like you know, water material on them, right? But I was kind of like debating which one would be better, water boost or the sigil boost, and I had to pick sigil boost, right? And if you didn't know, the skin does increase ice damage, so that's why I put, you know, the limited or banner weapon at number 2, right? So yeah, had to do it. So, you know, our abilities boost attack, you know, boost ability potency, you know, pretty much the same thing, right? The attack stance gauge. So magic attack 221, right? Another magic weapon. See, that's what I'm saying. You know, he has a lot of really good magic based weapons, man. So it's just, we're not even gonna go over the physical because you do not want to build them physical, right? So here's tier 2, switches up to 780, went from 500 to 780, and then if you get this to the max, it's 940%. That's crazy. I think that's highest in the game, I feel like, you know. So this weapon, dude, I think this is probably his best DPS weapon, right? And it's non-elemental, so like you can use it wherever, right? So, but I had to put it on the top 3, man. I had to put it at top 3. So next weapon for me would be the prototype Crimson Blade, just because the SP material is pretty good, you know. Ability damage 10%, magic ability damage 20%, magic ability damage 20%, and then it's AoE, dude. I have this weapon and I'm absolutely in love with this weapon. It's dope. It's Sephiroth. He has that fire thing that he looks back at you when everything's just in flames. It's like you have to get this weapon just for that, right? You know, I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, that's just me. But yeah, so fire good to 280% magical fire damage on all enemies. So this is really good when you're facing those waves of enemies, those soldiers, right? And like I said before on my first take video on Sephiroth's weapons, is that I believe we're gonna get more bosses in the future. That's not just individual, it's gonna be multiple bosses in a wave. So yeah, these are gonna be crazy, you know, in the future. I feel like that's just me, just, you know, basing off me playing the City Opera Omnia. So I mean, maybe not, maybe so, we'll see, you know. But I mean, I feel like, come on, they'll do. I mean, we do have like a boss in the game that's you know, that's two of them in there. That those little dudes from Wu-Tai and the Crisis Core, I forgot their names. But yep, so if you get tier 2, 415, 490, and then max tier 535 on the magic, you know, physical 453. So yeah, I had to put this in the top 4 spot. Goodness. So the next one would be the CC Alloy Sword, right? Thunderga A, which, you know, the A, I feel like it stands for all. So 280%, you know, lightning damage for all enemies, kind of like the, you know, the Crimson Sword. But this one, I had to put this one below just because the Crimson Sword had 2 magic ability damage, 20%, and this one has only 1, so it has 2 ability damage, 10% for both. So I had to put this, you know, down a tier. So this top 5, you know, but still an incredible weapon, right? I'm just basing it off the materia. Just want boost magic 16, boost lightning potency 12 points. You know, you can make an argument, you know, it does give you boost magic attack 16 points, which, you know, you do have an argument there. These could pretty much kind of like, you know, overlap each other, you know, definitely, because if you want to go, you know, Thunder Sephiroth or you want to go Fire Sephiroth, you know. So yeah, so tier 2 484, max tier 528, 465, right? And that's pretty much it, man. That's the swords that you really want to go for, man. The other ones, so let's go back and get Anoby number 1, number 2 feature weapon, right? Number 3, hold on, number 3, the Shimmer Blade, just because this is gonna be his just best damaging weapon, right? And then Crimson Blade, and then the Thunder CC Alloy Sword, you know. And yeah, that's the weapons you should be putting on your wish list. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Subscribe to the channel, like it up, comment below. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, or if you want to join Discord, you know, pretty much will reply faster in Discord. So yeah, man. And you want to join my Twitch and see me play this live and, you know, do some co-ops with me, you know, Twitch is also in the description. So I'll see you guys on the next one.